When expectations are sky high, there is a lot of room for disappointment. Hey guys, it's Phoebe with MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 My Super Sweet 16 Meltdowns.
My VIPs are pissing me off, and I cannot worry about them anymore.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We're looking at the most intense temper tantrums from this MTV reality show. Let's get to it. Number 10, Escape to Santa Barbara.
Oh my god, I still want a Range Rover. I'm so getting this car.
This is a Range Rover that we took in on trade.
It's used?
Yeah.
Ew.
Ava is constantly butting heads with her parents. After arguing about the dress, the car, the venue, and the quality of fashion stores in Paris, Ava acts out yet again and heads off on an impromptu trip to Santa Barbara. Unfortunately, her mom gets wind of this and cancels her credit card. It all comes to a head at her fancy birthday dinner, where they tell her she's not getting the Range Rover she wants because she doesn't respect them.
I was so excited to get my car and stuff, and then they told me I wasn't. Because I went to Santa Barbara, they canceled my credit card. I don't even have an ATM, and they didn't give me my car on my birthday, even though they promised they would.
She bursts into tears at the table, but considering her behavior up until this point, it's tough to feel sympathetic.
Baba likes to test our patience, but we have to set some limits for her.
Of course, she winds up getting the car for her big day anyway. Number 9, a series of unfortunate events.
I have to be fly. I don't care what y'all talking about, Jason. I have to be fly. This is my party.
There's a lot that can go wrong when you're planning the bombest, flyest, freshest party ever, especially when you insult the people helping you. Things first go wrong when no one shows up to fetch Erin's party invitations.
What the?
I'm pull up to the beach and none of my friends are there. Where you at? Nothing is more important than coming to my party.
Then on the day of her party, her makeup artist Damien is late, and Erin's constant complaints and insults lead him to leave.
What are you doing? You don't even know if I like that. You're just doing it.
This is so ugly. Ew. Are you serious?
During the party, her celebrity stylist Jason, who she'd also insulted, goes AWOL, meaning that, alas, she can't change outfits as planned. The icing on the cake? The party is then shut down by the cops. So yeah, this meltdown wasn't entirely without cause, but that doesn't make it less epic.
Sweet 16, what are y'all talking about?
This is what's going on. We turned a party out in LA, and the police are here.
Number 8, the dance lesson debacle.
My King Takor is rehearsing her dance performance today.
Yay, your spots, please.
Janelle wants the works for her quinceañera, and that includes having her friends learn how to do a traditional waltz for the party. Janelle may be a dancer, but most of the kids who make up her court are not, and she has no empathy for their difficulties, even calling them stupid.
You guys are stupid and never remember anything.
Like a big joke.
Things quickly turn ugly as dance class drags on. Learning to dance is hard enough already, let alone with an angry teenie yelling at you the entire time about how you're going to ruin her birthday party.
Shut up!
Number 7, the not-so-fashionably late blazer.
Don't be nervous. Don't be
My
nervous.
outfit isn't here yet.
Your outfit isn't here yet?
No.
Don't freak out.
He might have been relatively well-behaved compared to the other teens on the show, but even Bjorn started losing it when his party planning began to fall apart.
Right now I'm like really freaking out because there's one thing to be fashionably late and there's like another thing to be like crazy late, and we're like a full hour late. Can you answer your phone right now? Like seriously?
Since his party is fashion-themed, his outfit is vital in making the night perfect. It features a bejeweled blazer with his name on the back. Unfortunately, the blazer is late arriving. Very late.
I need to get changed. If my blazer doesn't get here, I will freak out.
Bjorn is stuck waiting around for hours, stuck dealing with some guest list mix-up over the phone.
Hi, can you tell them to let the 2 twins in?
Is on the who?
The twins?
Tim's?
Twins.
Who? Kim's?
The twins.
Watching Bjorn freak out is enough to make any viewer feel anxious.
Ben Cotter. Ben. I cannot hear. I'm about to freak out. Yes, Ben.
Number 6, Stephanie's court.
Everyone listen to me. I'm losing my voice.
When the episode opens with the birthday girl explaining that $42,000 was spent on flowers alone, you know that her expectations are as high as can be. Right away, Stephanie comes across as demanding, making it clear that it's her way or the highway, even threatening her friends.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Why are you talking? Shut up!
As the party approaches, she gets even more intense, acting as though her friends really are her subjects. By her own admission, she turns into quite the dictator, even yelling at them when they're not walking in quite the way she wants them to for her grand entrance.
I truly love my court, but right now I'm acting like a dictator.
There's a million reasons why I would kill you.
Number 5, the wrong car.
For my birthday gift, I want something exotic to drive because I have to look fly for the ladies.
Son of legendary record producer Timbaland, Demetrius is a little more laid back than other stars of the show. But all that goes out of the window when it comes to his car.
This is perfect. It's your first car.
This should not be my present.
Be satisfied you get a car.
Isn't it always the car? His dad gets him a 4x4, but only after leading him through a Lamborghini lot, and Demetrius makes it clear that he hates it.
Do you like it?
Despite his dad telling him he shouldn't have something flashy for his first car, and that he should be grateful to get a car at all, he's not having any of it.
I'll never get any girls in that beat-up truck. If my dad doesn't give me a better car for my birthday, I'm gonna be heated.
Typically enough, in the end, he does get the Lambo he was craving. So much for tough love. Number 4, a whole lot of hate for Freshmen.
I don't know like 80% of the people at this party. That's the girl having the party! Are you having the party? Like, I don't know any of them.
This is crazy. Like, everybody's on the dance floor pushing.
Where do these people come from?
She's the new kid in town and committed to making a big impression. So Natalie aims to achieve popularity by throwing a blowout party for 1,000 people in one of California's hottest nightclubs, which her dad just so happens to own.
There were a lot of freshman girls that bought tickets, did whatever they could to get a ticket to come into the party.
Oh, we gotta find those. I don't want them here.
She's only got one rule about who can be invited: no freshmen. Unfortunately, the worst comes to pass, and her party ends up completely flooded with uninvited freshmen that Natalie has never met.
It's really important that she gets out.
Okay. Next time you see him again, I need to let me know exactly who it is.
Security said once we find her, tell him and he'll get her out in a second. So we gotta find her.
The event quickly descends into chaos, and Natalie spends much of the night ordering the security guards to kick out the gate crashers.
Those are freshmen. How do you even know we were talking about you?
Sorry.
Number 3, abandonment issues. Despite being surrounded by her entourage of VIPs for the majority of the episode, Yashika finds herself completely alone at the most important moment. Well, one of many.
All my VIP girls have the privilege of dancing on stage with me. But right now, they're nowhere to be found.
When she and her friends are supposed to be dancing in the VIP area, they're nowhere to be found. Yashika eventually finds them partying with some other people on the actual dance floor, which looks a lot more fun, and chews them out for leaving her side, which is apparently against the rules.
If you guys are my VIPs, you need to be with me.
Her mom eventually had to step in and tell her off for being such a diva, but of course, it just bounces right off. Number 2, you're not invited.
If you didn't get one, I'm sorry, but I don't know you.
Sophie's invitation ceremony is particularly elaborate, involving her handing out gaudy red fans to her prospective guests.
What the Maggie stole an invitation.
She didn't steal one.
How'd she get one? I didn't give her one.
The entitled teen is already on edge about people trying to sneak off with invites, when she sees that her former friend Maggie is holding one in her hands.
Because you wouldn't even listen to what I had to say. You're
Maggie,
too busy being
I am pissed with you. You know what? You need to shut up, Maggie. I'm done with you. I can't believe you, like, after I have to fight with you today, you expect me to still invite you?
Sophie completely loses it, taking the fan back and screaming at Maggie, who's more than a little shocked at her reaction.
Would you like me to get in a public fight with you again? Are you ready for that?
Sophie has since blamed a lot of her behavior on producer manipulation, but the shouting match will go down in history as one of the show's most memorable outbursts.
Don't hand out anymore.
Those people who aren't invited for a reason. I'm not subtle about not liking people. They know.
Damn, sucks to be Maggie. Before we get to our most bratty number 1 pick, here are some honorable, or are they dishonorable, mentions.
I
understand that people are crashing my party because it's so amazing. They're just like not important enough to be invited.
Hey, at least we know the security works here.
They're pathetic.
Unfortunately, there's not going to be a skateboard ramp.
Something at least could have been built. At the end of the day, what do this got to do with a skateboard 16? Oh my God, this is just embarrassing.
But there might be some issues with the helicopter. If the president's in town, it's no-fly zones for security, so we may not be able to get that.
We have to get this.
Diamond, he's been coming in every weekend since he became president.
I need the helicopter because that is gonna set my party.
Number 1, the Lexus.
Today I'm 15, finally 15. I'm wearing a crown because it's my birthday and I want the whole world to know.
Easily one of the most infamous real-life diva to ever grace the small screen, Audrey is the one everybody thinks of when the show is brought up, and for good reason.
Happy birthday. No! What the hell? I don't want my car now! Oh, Mom!
She had a legendary meltdown when her mom gave her a brand new Lexus on her actual birthday a few days before her party, because there weren't enough people there to see her receive it.
She wanted the car, but she didn't want it today. She wanted it on the day of the party.
Despite the fact that her mom was obviously trying to give her a nice surprise, Audrey is basically as ungrateful as humanly possible. She starts crying and screaming about how her birthday is completely ruined because of this, to the horror of her friends, her family, and everybody watching.
The whole party's off. Listen, you ruined my life! I hate you! We're leaving! The party's off! You that stupid-ass problem!
Hey, if I got a Lexus on any other day than my big party, I'd throw a fit too. What did you guys think of the list? Let us know in the comments below and check out this video.